Well, welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I'm your host, Bubba Starts, and with me today is Josie Award winner, Jasmine Cain.
Yes.
Jasmine fucking Cain.
Not a lot of people know my middle name.
I had to scream it out there. I wasn't going to let it go unheard. You are
Did
not
you
Jasmine.
really?
No, you're damn right I did.
Really?
They might have to cut out your whole award speech.
You're going to be the reason that our entire performance gets cut.
Yep. Leave it up to me, but I feel like you needed to be represented. They could probably turn off the crowd noise for that anyway. But wow, what a weekend!
That was crazy. It was a whirlwind. Honestly, all of our friends and stuff started flying in starting like Wednesday this week. So we've had a house full of people and the excitement from all of them is like it's so crazy. Like it's hard not to get excited because all your friends are showing up and they're more excited than anybody. So because
it's a huge moment for all of us.
Right. Well, we've been on this journey forever, and I think that's what I enjoyed the most about this weekend was hearing everyone else tell me about like where we first met, how long they've been following this band and our music, and like where we started out. Remember when you broke down on the side of the road and there's blah blah blah, and they talk about it, and then right, and now you're standing on this stage like representing rock music and stuff, and that's
and representing all of us, right?
And that's
how we feel.
That's the way they feel, and then like this is as much their win as it is mine.
Yeah. You're damn right.
We've all been invested in this.
You're a big reason why I applied for the credentials in the first place. I was saying, this is only, and even if you get nominated again and you get a chance to perform again, it will never be the first time again.
Right,
and it was so important for me to at least throw my name out there to Tina Marie and to Josie to say, hey,
I have
best?
some
connections
they're such
to
great
this.
people.
Yeah, and I didn't even get to meet them at the show, right? It's so busy, and this is their big moment I hope now we get to have a relationship afterwards and get to talk more because I feel like the Scene Projects brought value to their red carpet experience as well out there. I know you didn't necessarily get to come through and do that. No. It was a huge line,
well,
right?
Not only
there was
that,
so many artists to interview.
We were backstage because our sound check was earlier in the afternoon, so we had to be there by like 2:00 to load in the artist entry. So that's on the back side of the building, and so there's no way for us to go around the building to the front and get in line for the media.
Right.
So we had
and then stand out in the cold for 3 hours.
Well, it wasn't even that bad. I don't think it's that bad, but it was the biggest thing was there just wasn't any time because when we got there we were the first sound check, and then from that moment on we had our own interviews and things to do. They had additional interviews I don't think anybody knew about. They were backstage. And so the performers were doing stuff like that, and then of course we just have to get dressed and get ready because you go there in curlers and you're and then you got to get ready.
I mean, your day started at like 6, 7 a.m., didn't it?
Right, yeah.
After rocking out all night at East Side Bowl, which that was so much fun. Shout out the bands that played that night just so we can capture that too.
Okay, so we had some great music. I put that entire lineup together myself, and it was
an awesome show. Thank you so much.
Charlie Bonnet III started out with an acoustic performance. He's Memphis music scene. He's old school cat that's been around for a long time. Did a great job. Amazing songwriter. He was actually nominated for like 9 Josie Music Awards. So he was there in the audience. And then Anthony Corder is from Tora Tora. So again, Memphis 80s rock bands. It was a big scene in the late 80s, early 90s, and Anthony was a huge part of that. And then came on to Nashville to actually he went I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that he taught, but he taught like music business for one of the music schools here, the universities here in Nashville. So he's been heavily involved in the music industry his entire career. He did a 30-minute acoustic show as well. And then Jane and the Killer Queens.
They were awesome.
She's just got a killer voice.
Yeah, and pretty fresh to Nashville yet. I know she said it's been a few years, but as you know, it takes a little bit of time, especially as a rock band, to really get some roots down here.
I really wanted another female vocalist on the bill because there's not a lot of female rock singers in this town. Like there's a few, but like there's not a lot. And one that was just like so powerful and commanding of a stage. I'm like, that's my pick. So besides, we're really, really good friends with her guitarist, Diego. In fact, all of our lyric videos for this album, Attitude is Everything, he did every single one of those videos for us. So he's our lyric video guy. After that was My Friend the Ghost, and I wanted to bring them into the fold as well because they were our opening act for our album release party here in Nashville for Attitude is Everything. So this was just all tying this all together with the album and everything that was going into this weekend for the celebrations for the awards. And of course, we were the final thing of the night. But we also had my friend Amy that was out there with her dark arts. Did you get to see any of that?
Oh, we have one of her prints on here.
I mean, you did get
this is.
She told me about this.
This is the. This is George Jones's bust. So I had to bring this home from the show because we were tying it all together, right?
Oh my gosh.
So I had to get this and to showcase it here
That's
on there.
Her art, and she gave me a picture of a possum as well. It's a sticker, and it says, "Hello, my name is." Because that's how I felt all week.
So awesome.
And then of course we had our friend Shay out there doing face
Shay
painting,
was
and you
awesome.
got the full.
Oh yeah.
You got the
I
full
went
thing.
for it.
She painted my face in real time during
that was
a
incredible.
song.
I got that all on video too. I don't know if we'll make it part of this interview and everything.
Well,
we'll probably sneak in some shots of it, but that was pretty awesome.
I didn't know she was gonna do like my whole leg. She just went for it. She just always like put my face out, trying to be really still, and then she just like drops down and goes all the way down my leg, and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect that. Yeah. So that face, like just going home and washing my face after the show, turned into a full shower experience because she got me. She got me. But it was a great night, and I think everybody had a lot of fun.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Eastside Bowl's such a cool
rad venue.
Yeah,
rad venue, and I know that we were kind of in that front corner diner-ish area, which I thought was so cool.
That's what it started as, was a diner,
Yeah, so. I thought they set it up really nice there with the, the red drapes in the background on the stage. It's got a really cool look and perfect for what we were trying to do. You weren't necessarily trying to throw an 800-person venue, you know what I mean? And they had the big room, but it was more of a private show for your friends that you knew were coming into town, and if other people showed up in there, God bless them and thanks for coming out, but it was really a private party, and it was you curating a night of your friend musicians around here for all of your friends that were coming in from out of town. And I thought it was perfectly lovely. I have a My Friend the Ghost t-shirt now to take home, and a piece of art and some awesome memories from Shay painting my face.
I told him to find you because you coming here just provides them like a really unique experience to gain more followers and fans from a different area that they wouldn't necessarily get to tour in.
Well, and I still have some connections back in the hill, back in the hills and around South Dakota now that maybe we can get them and they can join you up for rally and to come play some gigs. And
you never know.
To come out to Mama's house and enjoy some home cooking out and to see where you're from. And I think it's important. I think it's important for people to know the people behind the rock stars, right? And I feel like you really brought that vibe to the whole night, and I
know all those people personally, so I know that they're going to do a great job. And
everyone in the room, you don't even remember signing the set list. You probably barely remember making the set list.
The problem with that was I don't make set lists. I don't. We just kind of do whatever comes to me. I just kind of yell it out and we just go for it.
Right.
But Kevin was telling me, you need to make a set list. It needs to be, this, and this. But a lot of the songs that he was trying to get me to do were cover songs, and I felt like we should be doing more original songs because we were there to promote our original music. And
I thought you had a good mix, though. I think it's important to still bring out the covers, and especially the ones you did, and to really pair Iconic then with the Poker Face and Barracuda you did, because those are iconic songs.
And not only that, they're kind of, they're totally pop inspired. So now you're listening to the inspiration, the things that I was listening to when I created this music. So
did you get to choose what song you played at the Opry, or did they kind of choose for you?
You can choose your song, but it has to be vetted.
Approved.
Right. So, and I had a really hard time choosing that song because ultimately I wanted to do a huge power ballad that just would ring through the whole thing. I had this image in my mind that was gonna be this really powerful ballad moment where you're standing there and you're just holding these really long notes out and they're just echoing through the halls, and you're just it would be such a cool moment. And when I was talking to the Josies, all the organizers, they said, we've decided to put your performance last because we really want you to bring that high energy thing to the very last thing of the night. So I was like, well, there goes that ballad idea, because if you want a high energy impact song, then that's not what's gonna work for that. So I ended up changing my song choice to Money, and the reason I chose that song is because it was actually on a previous album that we released called 7 that we let it go in 2019, and of course then COVID hit, and we had a little bit of trouble with the album anyway and who we got to help us with the release. He did a couple of mistakes, and it actually ended up getting flagged for fraud on Spotify. So that got me kicked off of any playlisting or anything that I could possibly ever do to get attention to that album from day one. And so the album.
So it just kind of got buried
between
totally everything
buried
in the world and the mistakes that were made in the release.
Yes,
and I mean, it's easy now. You could do everything right and still get yourself flagged and pulled off the platforms. It seems like these days, but
I was so bummed out because we put 2 years of work into that record.
Yeah.
And some of the best songs I feel like we have ever written. And then we just watched it die. And then we were like, oh, well, don't worry about the playlisting. We'll just get out there and tour, and we'll sell the albums from the stage, and people will really dig it. And then we weren't allowed to tour anymore. So it just died. I was like, there was a stack of them in my basement. And I was looking at them every day as we were live streaming.
We need a remaster or something.
So what's going to happen is we're getting ready to do a deluxe edition of that album, and we're going to add some songs to it. Maybe even re-sing some of the things I wasn't really happy with, but we kind of ran out of time. And so I want to redo a couple of things, remix and master it, and then shoot it back out there. Money will be the first single that we release.
Awesome.
Because we never really got a chance to release it.
So still some intention, even though you changed your mind on what song because of their recommendations, there's still some intention behind what you were doing.
That album was supposed to be my last full-length album. I was like, it's 7. It's the pinnacle. That's the end. And then from this point on, I'll just release singles or whatever, nothing major. But I released this album, and it just lays there and dies. And then I'm like, well, I can't let that be my last album. So I was like, I got depressed, and then I got mad, and then I got busy, and we wrote another album, and we released another album. But I'm not done with this one. Like, I still want it to have its moment, and that was the first moment that it's gonna have. Was right there on that stage at the Opry. So yeah.
Dare I say, iconic.
It was iconic.
It rocked the house. It was so fun to just be there in the crowd and to experience that moment with you. I mean, I've seen you perform at the Saloon 10 in Deadwood in that tiny room. I've seen you perform on some of the biggest stages in Sturgis, it's always the same show, and that's kind of what I told everyone. And it was the same show at Eastside Bowl that it was at there. It's always been Jasmine Cain, and the energy has always been the same. It's just a matter of where you put it, right? And the settings that you put it in. And I felt like it was just as at home on the Opry stage as it was at any of the bike rallies that you've done over the years, or any of the other stages that you've done. It was perfect.
I don't think I had the time to really consider how I felt about being on the stage, like during that performance.
Right.
Because it's such chaos backstage that I was changing clothes, and they were supposed to send someone to let us know that our performance was up. They didn't. So we were rushed in between the awards that we were nominated for, and you have to be back there waiting in case your name is called so you can get out there quickly. And one of the awards we were nominated for was right before our performance. So I'm there in the dress, and now I got to get out of the dress, and I got to get in the other performance dress, and suddenly the guy is standing there going like, we gotta go, and I'm still trying to put on my clothes and run out the door. So it was really chaotic. But so I didn't really think about it.
Don't you feel like that's fitting?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's
absolutely.
That's how our life has always been, from show to show, and especially when you're doing especially Sturgis, where sometimes I know you've probably played 3-4 shows in a single day and running around and
I hope I
through
never
traffic
have to do
and I think we're smart enough to know better now, right?
Yeah, but at least we can say we did it. But there's, the moment that I got to have on that stage was actually during the sound check, because we were the first ones to sound check, so we got to stand there and really take it all in. They gave us 30 minutes to sound check. We were done in 11, so the rest of it was just our time to hang out on the stage.
Real pros. Get it done.
I gotta get it done.
It was great. I ran into Taylor at Waffle House later in the night as well.
That was so funny. I'm like, what's he doing at a Waffle House?
It was the only place open to eat at 1 a.m. And we had come back to the bus with another winner. Shout out to Rudy Gunn. And we came back and we were hanging out, and I was like, well, where are we going to go to eat? We hopped in with them, and in walks Taylor when we're about done with our meal.
Did you see his jacket he made?
Oh, yeah. Yep, incredible.
He was very proud of that.
Yeah, as he should be, and as you all should be about, your performance and the recognition of the award. And it was a long time coming for you. And I know you don't do it for the awards. You've never done it for that. You've done it for the connection with your fans.
100%.
And that's really why Saturday night, I'm sure, was like the most important part of the weekend for you, even on top of the Opry appearances and the performance.
I mean, I was sitting back there backstage, and I'm texting like the people that I knew most of the people that were nominated and won. And so I'm texting them like, yo, congratulations, So I was staying in touch with everybody even from backstage. But we never came out front. We didn't come out front for anything because we gave our seats away because we weren't we were gonna have to be backstage the whole time.
Right.
So I never really got to see what it looked like from the front. I assume that I'm gonna check all that out.
I was gonna say all your fans got plenty of footage of any time you were stepping on the stage. I even got some footage of Kevin running around like a chicken with his head cut off as you guys were getting ready to go out there and doing his thing. So it was just cool. It was so cool for me to it may be as close as I ever get to that stage, right? And I'm not saying that I won't apply for submissions, but 86,000 submissions this year.
Yeah, 86,000 submissions, and and anyone can submit. Independent musicians can submit. I think they start submissions. What do they say? It's April. And
it takes them probably up until the last minute. It feels like to get through all of them and do the voting.
They have a whole team of people that are listening to this and categorizing it and nominating.
And that's what I like, as opposed to maybe some other award shows and ones that I'm a part of, where at the Midwest Country Music Organization, are the members vote, and I know most of the members, and we know each other, and that. So sometimes it can become a who do you know over what the song specifically is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can reflect that, and not that there's any problem with that style of voting either, but this one it really felt like there's a panel that take their job very seriously as far as tuning into and listening to each song and comparing them against one another, and then kind of coming to a consensus from there.
The new thing with the Josies that I'm so grateful for is that it's now open to more genres. It was pretty much just a country music thing for a long time, which that's their primary focus, was country, Americana, bluegrass, but and songwriting specifically. But now it's kind of opened up to more genres, and that includes us, and that's great. So I can be a part of this now.
Yeah, well, and I think you're going to be a big part of all of what they do for many years to come at this point. And I hope so too. Do you notice the fragrance in this room? It's you to Jasmine Cain in here.
Is that what you did? What? Is that what you're burning?
Yeah.
The incense from the other night?
Yep.
Oh my God. I wondered, because I was like, that smells familiar. She gave me a bunch of those.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that smells like her incense. So Amy's.
Yeah, well, otherwise it would smell like a tour bus, and two dudes have been living on this for the last 5 days.
You don't have to tell me what that smells like. I know all about that. This fragrance was just called Coming In Hot.
Yeah.
I thought she's like, it's what does it say? Just burn and shit. Is that something like that?
That's something like that. I don't know. The package is right there.
She knows I like to burn stuff.
The full effect.
Pretty much my entire house remodel was just me taking random furniture and things out of my house and burning it in my backyard. You have to pay to throw it away.
Right.
So I just burn it.
Yeah, well, you do what you would do on the ranch, right?
Yeah, just burn it.
Throw it in a hole.
It's very satisfying. Just light it on fire.
Yeah, and I mean, now that I feel like this is such a pinnacle of your career now, right? You've had such a long storied career of playing all of these, these crazy biker bars and these festivals and all the stuff that you do when you go on tour with the Tiki Tour, and then getting down and doing your solo gigs and everything, which are obviously a much different show than the full rock show when you have PK and Taylor with you.
Yeah.
But do you feel like there's going to be a shift now with winning the award and so many people seeing you? Do you hope that this catapults you into maybe starting to be able to book maybe some theaters and to bring this show a little bit different vibe now?
That would be great. I think that it's already made a bunch of connections with, I'm already starting to get offers of things like joining for songwriter rounds and songwriting collaborations and all kinds of different things. And of course, the people that I regularly work with, all the venues and stuff that I play year round, or different events and stuff, I've already reached out and shared like their excitement about this award and trying to get me on the books for the next year and stuff. I think it's gonna grow, and I think honestly it's gonna make us we can be a little bit more we can be a little pickier on what we choose to do. So when you start out, you've got you're just happy for whatever gig you can get. Anything you can do, you're doing it. And then you get to where you can kind of start to fine tune what it is that you really want to do, and you can start to cherry pick those things that are going to get you there. And I think this is one of those things that's going to help me get there. So ultimately, yes, we want to showcase all of our original music. We would love to be able to do theaters, and that but it's hard to get on that circuit and be part of something independently, because they don't want to hire you as an independent. You have to have a booking agency, you have to have management or somebody that's legit behind you. And I think probably the most asked question I got from everybody backstage, the other artists that were back there mingling, was, who does your PR? Who does your bookings? who are you working with? Because we want to get on that same thing with you. And I'm like,
you're looking at her.
Everything that I have here, I've built from the ground up. So I made these connections myself one-on-one. I booked these gigs from 20 years now. So all these connections are things that I built. And that's hard because I'm in a really strange hybrid situation where I can't get into those theaters because a lot of the shows that I do, rallies and whatnot, as you know, they're free shows. People can come in and watch.
Right.
So that I can't prove what my ticket sales would be. So that's a strike against me because even though I know that I'm really popular in that area, I can't prove that to anyone because I don't have ticket sales.
A history of ticket sales.
Right. I don't
so
have
it's
that
how do
data.
you start out on
How
that?
do you start out on that? How do you get into that? And,
yeah.
And that's really difficult.
Well, you go win a couple of Josie Awards and you perform at the Grand Ole Opry and then you take it from there.
That's a good start, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start there. We start there.
Well, and that's why I guess is like, this isn't the end. This is the beginning of a new chapter in your career. And you mentioned when you just start out that you're kind of just starting out now again with this award on the mantle and with this new kind of I call it a superpower. Having never won anything in my life up until last April when I won the Content Creator of the Year award, I see how much differently people look at me now.
I was getting ready to call
listen.
you out because I knew that. I was ready to, like, that's not true, but you know it.
And it's not that I care about it. It's not like I go, well, I'm the Content Creator of the Year. But when you're talking to people and you're trying to book gigs or you're trying to get into this or that, I mean, I covered PGA Tour events this year. I covered Kid Rock's Festival, Rock the Country.
Yeah.
And it elevated me above, I have this podcast, right? So now this podcast, actually, somebody else said it's worth a shit, right? And maybe it was just all my friends who I interviewed on my show that got me that, right? But people aren't asking about that.
You look very endorsement for Jasmine Cain.
Right.
Scenes Project. It's worth a shit.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you. But it's, now that Josie Award is going to mean something.
That is very hard. It is hard. I will testify that is very hard to get in for media with them. Because I had a lot of other people try to do that and want to do that. They submitted and they were turned down. Smaller newspapers and things of that nature. So it's actually quite an accomplishment to become part of that media circle.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate the recognition of that. And I mean, this is my first time in Nashville, right? I'm rolling down here in George Jones's tour bus.
Your first time in Nashville ever?
And I'm working the red carpet at the Opry. Man. I think I did my first time right.
Oh my goodness.
But it doesn't happen without you. It doesn't happen without you, Jasmine. It doesn't become all of this without seeing one of my favorite bands. But I don't even apply if your name's not on it. I had some other friends that were nominated in those, and friends that I was like, oh, good for you. But
there was a lot of South Dakota people there.
Well, and Jessica Luby, a good friend that she's become. A lot of Midwest CMO. We had over 20 members that were nominated as well. But none of them meant to me what you mean to me. I've spent 20 years following your career or more. And I've been watching you since I was. It is my dad's fault. Well, my dad's been in love with you since the first time he saw you perform. I don't know if it was in Dirty Nelly's or where it was at. It could have been. It probably was. That bar was already closed down before I ever made it down into Deadwood. But seeing you at the number 10, seeing you perform with the lead singer of Collective Soul, Ed Roland.
That was crazy.
That was a wild night. Well, I signed an autograph on his back that night. Someone had a Deadwood Jam poster, and it was a year that we performed. So I was like, "Oh, do you want me to sign that? Hey, excuse me, sir. Can I use your back real quick?"
I've never played the Deadwood Jam.
Really?
Never.
Well, you know what? Deadwood Jam board. Let this be a lesson to you. This girl's an award-winning rock artist now. You better get on it, guys. And the time is never hotter. But yeah, now you're gonna have to come as a headliner. Okay. Right? You're gonna have to be that Friday night headliner and a return home. They just had Vince Converse on, which I'm sure you tooled around with Vince back in the day, and they had him back, and it was a real big return to him. A lot of people that have been around Deadwood for a long time, to see one of our own, right, come back and to grace the stage and to rock the house was huge, and that's why I had to be here. I was going to move heaven and earth to get to Nashville, and I think we did that. And to come in now and to have it be over is it's going to take a long time to absorb all this, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I haven't even started. I haven't even tried. I'm just we're still just kind of like coming off the high of it, and it's going to take me a while to go through everything and really take it all in. There's still like photos pouring in and videos pouring in from everybody that was there that's sending me that, and my email inbox is like crammed with stuff right now. This is going to take a long time.
I haven't posted anything yet. Like, I'm still doing it. I'm still busy. I've done 4 or 5 interviews today.
I've kind of felt bad because I wanted to just kind of take some time. My parents are here from South Dakota, and and we're just kind of taking all this in together and just enjoying our time together. And I feel bad because I haven't really even posted anything either. Somebody actually reached out today and said, "So did you win an award?" And I'm like, "Did I not post anything about that yet?" Like, so I had to go in and post the pictures,
Like, yeah, by the way, guys, we had a pretty big night.
I didn't even realize, but it didn't register to me until after I was over, and then I thought, oh my gosh, I don't even think I told people. But I figured like it was out there enough, like they wanted to find out, they were going to see it.
Right.
We were tagged in everything.
That speaks to social media a lot too. Like, you get a message 3 weeks later that's like, "Oh, hey, congratulations." Yeah. You're like, okay, yeah, it's kind of old news to me now, but
it's like when you really give a flyer, like a poster, like Jasmine Cain performing at the Josie Music Awards at 10 p.m. and here's the address, Nashville, Tennessee, and then the first message on there is like, "Oh, this is cool. Where are you performing?"
Yeah.
And it's all on this flyer. Like, that's it.
I've left plenty of information off. Like, "Oh, what day is this on?" And I look at it and I'm like, "Oh my God."
That's funny.
I've put out 100 of these already, or I've blasted out. I paid $100 to promote this on Facebook, and it doesn't have some pertinent information on it.
Oops.
God, somebody help us. Can we get some management here?
I don't want it.
Not at this point, right?
We can't be managed.
You've gotten this far on your own. How would you ever want to give away any of that control?
No, I mean, honestly, management would be great because it just opens up. I can actually do what it is I'm supposed to be doing, which is creating.
Right.
When I'm doing all the rest of this stuff, it's just taking me away from what I have. And I have to be very, I have to put a very specific time away just to be able to, like, be creative. Because day-to-day stuff just takes up all my time. So it would be great to have management, actually.
Yeah. Well, and management who gives a shit. I think that's important.
Someone
that wants to align with what you're doing and not just looking to kind of take advantage of it.
Nobody's going to work harder for you than you. So it's hard to find somebody like that.
Yeah, for sure. And you just need a really good booking agent is what you need. A really good booking agent that can get you into the doors that are still closed. And yeah, lots of sponsors. Hey, she's open and the time is now because the price is going up. 1st of 2026.
That's what we're looking for next year.
Well, Jasmine, I know you got your parents here in the studio.
There's a boot sale, so we have
you better get into the mall and get her done.
Boots.
Yeah.
Did you get some?
I didn't. I'm still rocking my old ones.
Do you want to go?
I do want to go.
Okay, let's go get some boots.
All right. Well, we're going to go get some boots. Jasmine, tell them where they can find you online and everything and where they can find all your music.
Everything is under JasmineCain.com. Just go there. It's everywhere. All of our social medias are there. Our tour dates are all up there. Anything you need to know is pretty much at JasmineCain.com, including all of our music, our store. We have a print-to-order store and regular stuff that we stock.
You have an awesome Patreon page that I am a member of.
Yes, you are a member of my Patreon.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Well, I can't wait to show you all these pictures.
How'd you think I knew you were doing the Josies, right? Well,
Patreon is a great thing for us. It's a crowd funding. It's like as little as $1 a month. You can join, and we just give you like all the inside information of everything we're doing. So, behind the scenes footage, you're gonna get a bunch of that. Like, I'm gonna be uploading a ton of stuff from the dressing room that we were in.
Yeah.
Things that you're never gonna see anywhere else. So,
no, because it's just gonna get buried in the AI slop of the social media world anyway.
We just don't share everything all the time because it's too much. So we pick out that one great photo and we put it on Facebook and say, "Hey, we're here. We did it. It's been great." And then on Patreon, you've got us doing warm-ups or getting ready or hilariously playing Pantera's.
Yeah, you think the shows are great. Wait till you see all the fun we're having besides that hour on stage.
We were having more fun than anyone else backstage.
I bet.
That we had to shut the door because we were so loud, and everybody was just kind of gathering outside our room. Like, we'd open the door to go out and somebody would go use the restroom or something, and there was just like 20 people standing outside our door because it was the fun place to hang out. It's fun.
Not surprising at all. Well, let's go buy some boots, everyone.
Right.
That's Jasmine Cain. This has been the Scene Projects on the bus here in Nashville, Tennessee. Josie Award winner, Jasmine Cain.
Yes.
I just adore you.
Thanks,
Thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you.